morning. We've enjoyed this apartment, but the steps are lethal. So, hi, welcome back to me and Mon Ami, and well, we're in Aix-en-Provence, and there's almost some blue sky up there, Mr. Boo.
There is, yay.
So we're going to go and move Elton, because we have to move him from his electric parking bay to a normal one. We can't monopolise it. And then we're going to try and grab a bit of breakfast, and well, we're going to explore Aix-en-Provence. So who are you?
Greg and Fran from Vence, France.
Right.
Yeah.
So we bumped into some subscribers.
Nearly neighbours.
Well, Twiggy bumped into the subscribers.
Yeah.
They recognised Twiggy first.
Well, we saw Twiggy and then we looked up and we saw Mr. Boo. Yeah.
So this is the main square, and it's market day. Oh, and they have a van with plats asiatique, Mr. Boo.
Ooh, lovely.
Might get something for our dinner. We're looking forward to, now we've got an Airbnb, not going out for dinner every night, not least because of the expense, but you just get exhausted, restaurant. You actually want a bit of normality, and we're hoping to find that here. It's a very nice market square, this, isn't it?
It's
very
lovely.
beautifully spaced out, quite elegant, and then Thai over here. That's nice. Oh, look, banh mi. I love a banh mi. That might be my lunch. Ooh, fantastic hams and chickens over there, Mr. Boo. Traditional corn and beignet de courgette. And then look, poulet here. Oh, and a little papier de poulet. Poulet classique. Fantastic stall with mushrooms and Roscoff onions. We love Roscoff onions. They're insanely expensive, but worth every penny. They transform dishes. And then look at this garlic. What a fantastic. But €15, we get it for 10 on Fontenay, but that does look wonderful. Just look at that. And look at this absolutely wonderful passage. Passage à gare. Fantastic. Quite a lot of quite high-end shops. We just spotted a Hermes, didn't we? Feeling like a quick handbag. Very nice down here. And just like that, you come out of the spooky passage and you're into another wonderful square.
So this is the Cours Mirabeau, which is the most famous street in Aix-en-Provence. Is, or what was, Les Deux Garçons Café, where Cézanne used to come, and Jean-Paul Sartre, and there was a fire, I think, 3 or 4 years ago, and they're going to rebuild it. Exactly was, but it's the most famous cafe. I think it's been here since 1800.
Wow, what a shame. They're going to recreate it.
Yes.
A facsimile, like Notre Dame.
Exactly.
So the other market was sort of fruit and veg and food, and this is your old petticoat lane, clothing, vêtements, heavy gilet action. There's nothing the French like more than a gilet. Never goes away, the French gilet, does it?
Never goes. Look at them fellas up there.
Oh yes, what are they doing? What are they doing up there? Chef, 2 chefs. We're loving these mobility buses. They're everywhere. These little electric go right through the centre of the town. And look at that. Cracking. It really is the most elegant place to spend the morning. Just delightful. Look, Mr. Boo, some mimosa, finally. on the Mimosa Trail. Well, we're just saying, after the travel day we had yesterday and some of the places we went through which weren't the most ravishing, this is such a relief to be here and somewhere that's just elegant and lovely and that you really, really want to explore. Mr. Boo's trying to convince me this is a hot fountain. Doesn't look very hot to me. And down here at the bottom end of the market, we've gone into a sort of collector's market and a bit of antique stuff, antique jewellery, records, books, Star Wars. It's got it all going on. Hasn't it, Twigs?
Yippee.
Do you like it? Oh, yes. Do you like it? She's falling asleep. She likes it so much. Oh, very good dinky toy selection. I used to have dinky toys as a kid and then somebody nicked them all. I had a big collection. Here he is, the man who gave his name to our internet in the apartment. Paul Cézanne. I think he was a painter too, though, don't you?
I think so.
So we've come to a classic French brasserie for a classic complete, a classic petit déjeuner, haven't we? Well, there you go, classic French breakfast. French bread, hopefully good butter, jam, and 2 cappuccinos.
2 cappuccinos.
Lovely. In the sun, Twigs, no jam for you. Maybe a bit. Oh, look who's excited. Two incredible figures. What are these, Mr. Boo? It's just the Tribunal of Commerce.
Yeah.
But, wow. Quite a way to hold a balcony up. And we've got an absolutely huge tourist information centre here. You can see just how busy this is going to get in summer, but this is a great time to be here. It really does not feel tourist central at all. Fantastic. Some of the other places we've been, you're feeling it's a little bit too out of season, but here feels perfect. But again, I mean, this is like a railway station booking office, and it's not. This is just for the tourist, I think, to get your buses to different places like Arles, etc. Now, where are you bringing me, Mr. Boo?
I'm not bringing you. You've been drawn physically, magnetically to this.
Look, there's an Apple store. Wowza. Fantastic. And what a beautiful building. This sort of almost like a pavilion, isn't it? Almost like a modernist pavilion. Look, there's the Vision Pro that nobody's going to buy. Who wants to walk around in ski goggles? Ridiculous idea. I'm a massive Apple fan, but that's a daft idea. It's a lovely, lovely shop. Look at that. Gorgeous. Mr. Boo is obsessed with passages. What's this one? Crep and Go. I don't want to go to a Crep and Go. I can't say I'd recommend this passage. It's filthy. Good to know that even in Aix-en-Provence there's a bit nobody cares about. I thought that was Alan Rickman over there for a second. I thought Alan had come back from the dead on that stall. Looked like Alan. It seems very popular, this La Divine Sarah Bernhardt film here in France. You know what Quentin Crisp said about Sarah Bernhardt? He said it wasn't her acting that made Miss Bernhardt divine, it was her nerve. I think he didn't think she could act much. She was a bit melodramatic, wasn't she? Just beautiful architecture everywhere. Mr. Boo said it's just like the Marais when he was there in Paris 25 years ago, 20 years ago. He's not that old. What does this place do, Mr. Boo?
This is one of the most famous biscuit shops in
Biscuits?
Aix, and they make calissons, you know, the little diamond-shaped biscuits with white icing on top.
Oh, well, no, I don't. But I'll
you'll
photograph
recognise them.
some.
And this has been here since 1830.
Wowza.
Now, do you recognise them?
No, I still don't think I've ever seen. But
Oh, you're crazy.
really? I prefer a digestive for dunking. No, they look lovely. Very beautiful. Nice tins. Certainly not cheap for a biscuit. Your pays for your history and your brand. Some nice stuff on here. Slightly get the feeling it's a bit of a tourist trap, this street. Man came out to try and get me to go into his restaurant for lunch, never a good sign. But lovely chocolates and lovely prices. Who's that, Mr. Boo?
It's Noel Edmonds.
He does look a bit like Noel Edmonds.
No, it's Emile Zola. He grew up here.
Ah, and what did Zola do?
He did all that writing and stuff.
Yeah, what was he famous for, though?
I've read some.
But a genre he was famous for. He was famous for inventing naturalism.
Oh.
Well, he was sort of credited with inventing naturalism in the theatre, which was real life played in real time. It could be quite slow at times.
Like slow TV.
Slow TV.
It was slow TV.
Life with the boring bits left in.
That and Mr. Blobby.
Yeah, it does look like Noel Edmonds, you're right. Look, Mr. Boo, an Aix micro truck. Cute. I like these. I wanted to get one for camping in electric. Oh, we're going to get some Vietnamese for our lunch. We're going to get a banh mi, which we love. Which is a Vietnamese sandwich, essentially, from the days of French Empire in Vietnam. Look at that, it's delicious, but boy, does it blow your socks off. Woo. Just a wonderfully elegant space. Everything here is so broad. It was built to a scale, it was built with a sense of, well, grandeur. Who painted the park?
Paul Cézanne did a painting of the park.
Oh, a painting of the park. I thought he'd actually painted the benches and that.
No, I don't think he had time to do that.
There he is, that's it. That's the park. Is that the park? I'm just saying that what's interesting compared to, say, that a lot of the architecture in Nice is that everything here is sort of sandstone, or if it's not sandstone, in reality it's sandstone colours, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's not any of the sort of deep reds or multiplicity of colours. It's much more simple, very beautiful. Endless, glorious streets at dusk and so many shops. But good shops, I mean, not cheap shops though, but nice shops. I have to say, these guys are doing a great job because this city is super clean. But not in a sort of sanitised way.
No, it's very
But
clean.
it's just clean, isn't it? What are we having tonight, Mr. Boo?
Well,
Mombusha.
I love my butcher.
Oh, you've been to Butcher's?
So I got you something very special, one of your faves.
I hope it doesn't need cooking, because we've only got one frying pan and a knife. Oh, you're not really cooking in this stove, eh? Is this the reveal? You have actually got some butchery.
I've been slaving away, walking down the road to get some roast beef from the lovely man at the...
You know what, our subscribers will
deli.
say that you're having more roast beef that haven't been cooked.
Yeah,
That looks beautiful to me.
Doesn't it look gorgeous?
Yeah.
That's why I heart Mombusha.
Our Lady of the Bad Back has smelt the beef. And suddenly her back is moving. Look at the mobility that's been gained.
It's an Aix-en-Provence miracle.
She has got a bad back. She screams when you go near it, but she is moving.
She's had a doggy pram.
She slipped on the steps, we think. Oh, she's moving. She had a doggy pram.
She had a doggy pram.
She's had some meds. Oh, look.
Et voila.
What is it? A stuffed cabbage?
A stuffed cabbage with some little roast potatoes and some roast beef. Very rare roast beef.
You got any English mustard?
No, I can do a glass of red wine.
Oh, I'll take that instead. So what's in the stuffed cabbage, Mr. Bruce? Like petit farci
I think
stuffing?
it's like an ex-wise petit farci.
Ex-wise? Not an ex-wives?
Not an ex-wise.
So it's like a mince?
I think it's veal mince, yeah.
Veal mince. Oh, nice. Very unctuous. Very juicy.
Lovely.
So what was the cost of this this takeout from the Traiteurs?
From the Traiteurs, it was about €7 for the beef, about €6.50 for the cabbage, and we've got a stuffed mushroom as well.
Yeah.
And
The total was
18-ish,
not
19
too bad, about
euros.
£15.
Yeah.
It's like a Tesco's finest, that price.
And I just reheated
Isn't it? It's not far off.
No, I just reheated the
Nice.
potatoes in the pan. And I included the potatoes. And Twiggy's very excited by it.
Very good. It's delicious. Winner. I think because we don't live in a town with the Traiteurs, because our village is so small, we never really use them. And also there's one in Nice which is very good, but it seems very expensive, doesn't it? We're trying to stop Twiggy begging as much as she does. But this glass table is lethal because she can see through it from underneath to see what we're chewing.
And if there's anything left?
You always get some food in your own bowl, but you're never interested in your own food. And we always give you a bit at the end, but we're trying to stop you climbing our legs throughout lunch. So Mr. Boo's having a final breakfast in this Airbnb because he's been packing while I've been editing. Because we're doing one more night in Aix-en-Provence because we gotta get another video completed before we set off. But we're having to move Airbnb because this one is booked. So we're moving 2 up the street, aren't we? 2 doors up Airbnb Street for one more night. And then tomorrow we are headed for Arles, which is another 90 kilometres nearer Barcelona. Into this afternoon, in the gap between being kicked out of this place and moving into the next place, because there's a 4-hour gap, is we're going to get in Elton and we're going to attempt to drive through some of these wonderful... Are they medieval? He doesn't know. It's certainly a very, very old city. I don't know, technically it's medieval. But we're going to drive through some of these streets because we've seen these incredible little micro buses that they have here, electric, that have been going up and down the street. So it's clearly possible to get up these back alleys, as they say. But let's see how many of them we can get Elton up and put the camera on the roof, and obviously give you some kind of car tour of the wonderful Aix-en-Provence. Right, so Elton's still in one piece. Let's get him wired up for this trip through Aix. So how much a day is this?
It's €20 a day.
Where do I put it?
Just scan it with there.
So, out of this car park, €20 a day, but it does have free charging.
And it's right next to our Airbnb.
I mean, right
couldn't
next
be
and
closer.
secure, we just couldn't. I mean, I've not seen on-street parking anywhere, have you? I'm sure there's some somewhere, but... This is... What day is it? Saturday?
Friday.
Friday. But, you know, look at the lack of traffic. mean, I'm sure there must be congested bits outside, but they do seem to have got the inner bits sorted somehow, don't they? These little electric buses and bigger electric buses as well. But
I think you want to go left at the next red light. So if you can get into the left-hand lane, here where it says deviation.
Oh, this is looking like Old Town action. Let's see. I don't know whether we need a ticket, but there's no barrier up, is there?
No, there's a thing that says you can only come in when it's not a market day. A market in Aix-en-Provence.
Oh, there's an R in the month.
No, it's
Like
Tuesdays,
oysters.
Thursdays and Saturdays.
That's the market.
Yes.
It's a fabulous market. So I think earlier in this video, the slightly lower ones, but further down, they're really deep. Aren't they? They're like the old curbstones that you'd have with carriages. But I think it's possibly a combination of they were built for carriage driving, but also I think they get quite a lot of water here when it comes, because they have rivulets in the centre of the road to try and wash it away. And I think the curbs would have also prevented flooding. Here you see a deep curb here. And we're going into it. We're going into it, Mr. Bro. I bet this gets full. I bet it's full. Well, it'll be flooded in this bit.
We really would.
But I don't know if you're getting a picture of this, I think, magnificent city. It's very, very livable, certainly at this time of year. As I've got a big feeling later in the year it gets very, very touristy, but it's a very nice place to live, I think. Fantastic shops, fantastic restaurants, fantastic traiteurs, and epic architecture. The whole thing looks like a film set. We keep saying it, but it does.
And you said yesterday you bet it's used more for Paris than Paris is.
It's weird, isn't it? Because, you know, obviously there are bits of Paris that are quintessentially Parisian, but in a funny way, to the camera's eye, this looks like what you imagine Paris to be. And you know, Paris is much more broken up, so you'll go through one arrondissement or two streets where it's very historic, and then you'll get just very average housing. Here, in this central bit, there really is, it is absolutely a preservation zone, isn't it? So there's no, you know, you look down this street, there's nothing that got knocked down, they put a tower block up or anything. It's absolutely preserved. And on that level, it's kind of remarkable, the purity of it.
No,
not really.
I don't think we can go that way. Oh, maybe we can.
To the left? Yeah, we can't go right. Oh, we can't go left. In fact, we're into it. We have to go right. It's I think it's a real city of walking, don't you?
Yes.
I mean, you can drive through it like this, but why bother, really? We're doing it just to show you what it's like from this angle, and also, you know, as we've done in many of the mountain villages we've visited, we've sort of been proving a point that, you know, whilst microcars may not be suited to epic adventures to Barcelona, they are very suited to this kind of driving, where they fit and they're easy to navigate around the roads. So we're back round to this front bit. Let's see where this leads us. It's like a treasure hunt, this, Mr. Bull. We don't know where we're going.
It's like a treasure hunt.
Magical mystery tour. Do you remember when you used to have a mystery tour, Wallace Arms? You'd book a bus and you'd no idea where it were going, except the driver did.
Well, hopefully.
Invariably, we're going to Flamingo Land, or maybe Mother Shipton's Cave, or Scarborough.
Wait,
Oh, that's not good. We're trapped. Oh, we may have been bad. I think it's because they were coming.
I don't know.
Do you remember
Go up to the traffic lights. It says avancez jusqu'au feu.
Do you remember we once drove over some of these in Saint-Tropez and got in trouble? We need a pass. Oh no, it's going to take it down. We drove over them and they came straight back up. I'm going fast. I don't trust them. Down there? No. But it's interesting, if you drive up to them, they seem to open, don't they? They must have a...
Well, they probably read our registration number and fined us instantly.
Oh, it's possible.
No, I
I don't think so. Oh, there's a lot. The other thing here is trottinettes, as they call them here, scooters, as the rest of the world calls them. But you can see, yet again, cafe society in full swing, and this man seems to have got stuck. Is he like us, not from these parts?
Is she going to go that way?
Oh, that's that I doubt.
So I think we should try and do that as well.
I think so, don't you? Looks like a good street. I don't want to get stuck behind these barriers.
Wait.
It's hilarious, this system. You're probably right, we're probably getting a €35 fine for every one we go through. Can we come through, please? Or not? We're going to leave us trapped.
Careful, watch this man.
I know, I've seen him. There's nothing I can do, I can't go through.
You have to go backwards.
I don't have to go backwards, we can get back. There. It's very intriguing. Do you think it's human operated? I do. I think there's somebody in a control room like Goldfinger.
Maybe.
Pressing the buttons. Oh, he's got a big red there. Like us. This may not have been our best idea. Is this going to pop back up? Do you think? Surely they have a sensor. If they see cars over it, they go back down.
Yeah.
Oh, I see there's roadworks up there.
Let's see.
But it's a little bit like Egypt in that everybody walks on the road even though there's a pavement. Have you noticed?
And like Chiang Mai as well.
Yeah, it's like Chiang Mai. And that looks cute, don't you think?
That's nice, Shea Lulu.
I fancy that. Look at that.
Shepherd's pie.
Shepherd's pie. I've never had that in France.
And it actually says shepherd's pie,
Yes.
parmentier de boeuf.
It's usually called parmentier de boeuf. Oh, but maybe they'd put that up for English people like what we are. Do Americans have shepherd's pie? Oh, there goes the tyre. Hope not.
No, I think it was just a little rocky rock
That's
thing.
the last thing we need. The very last. We must check the tyres, you know.
Yes. No, that's one way. Next
Is it?
one. Next one, right.
Well, nice to get a picture of everyday life in Aix-en-Provence on a morning. What's this? This is super narrow and beautiful. Just look at that. They've got these fabulous old lights everywhere, haven't they? There's not horrible modern lights, and when they've had put modern ones in, they've done it in a really sort of sympathetic way. That they're not pastiche, they're modern, but they sort of they coalesce. They sit easily with the old. And again, look at this view. Is that what's that called? The Cours Julien? No, Cours
Mirabeau.
Mirabeau. I'm in Marseille, aren't I? Cours Julien. Morning. No entry there, so I'm going. This man could do with electrifying. Do you think, Mr. Boo?
We could.
Needs a bit of lecky. Sorry. Sorry, folks, it's not my fault for once.
No, I'm going to do it now. Oh, it'd be nice to get back in the gym, wasn't it, Mr. Boo? Now, quick shout out to Keep Cool, not a sponsored video, but we're members of Keep Cool in Nice, and it's €29 a month. It's a very basic price. It's a perfectly serviceable gym. But the best thing about it is you get to use all their branches across France. So here we are in Aix-en-Provence, keeping fit. Get your coat on, Mr. Boo. You've pulled some beef. Pulled beef sandwich after the gym. I'm not sure that's quite what the fitness manuals tell you to do.
Protein.
But we've been editing all morning and we've only had 2 eggs and some bread. Let's try it. There were a lot of students there yesterday. Maybe a bad sign, but it's very popular. I just tasted this and it's not what you expect. It's very much like a daube, i.e. a beef bourguignon of the south sandwich. It literally, I'd never thought of putting dough meat sort of crushed up and pulled in French bread, but that's kind of what they've done. It's very nice. Twigs has retreated into my suitcase. She's definitely feeling sorry for herself. Time to move house. We will leave you a link to this Airbnb because it's absolutely fine and it's in a great location. And we've been very comfortable there.
Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal.
Still waiting to check into the new Airbnb, so we're having a hot chocolate.
I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games.
So we finally got the key for this place at 5 minutes to 4. 4 o'clock was the check-in. Oh, the key code, should I say. 2 doors down.
Clever, isn't it?
Let me get it open. Oh, bigger than you thought. So it's Friday night in downtown Aix-en-Provence, and it's our last night here. So we're going out for a traditional French meal. Here we go. You see, authentically French. Oh, mind the elephant. Oh, it has lots of steps. This place that you fall down. Lovely. Proper Indian. Feet stick to the carpet. Not really. I'm making it. Well, strange development, no poppadoms. What have you got?
I've got a lamb palak, which is like a lamb sag, spinach and lamb.
Spinach and lamb, what have I got? I've forgotten.
A lamb madras.
Oh, lamb madras. Well, Mr. Boo, I just went up to the counter and paid.
That's nice of you.
And, well, we had all of that food and a bit of a starter to share, a full bottle of red wine. And how much do you think it was?
I don't know, actually.
It was a grand total of €51.
Wow.
So about £42. Phenomenal value. Well, that with the chirping birds was Aix-en-Provence. If you've enjoyed this video, please give us a like, please give us a comment, and please think about buying us a coffee. It really helps support this crazy trip. But most of all, folks, remember, stay charged. Bye.
Bye.